what's up, Granos and Granettes? Juan Granos, back again, this time with another review. So today we're going to be talking about phone stabilizers. Now, today I bought a stabilizer from a company called Zhiyun. Basically, this is the box right here. So this is the stabilizer. This is for iPhones, Androids, Samsungs, you know, all kinds of phone. Everything is compatible with this because it uses an app. Now, the cool part about this particular stabilizer is, first of all, is a 3-axis stabilizer, meaning that it does up, down, left, right, around, and everything. So it stabilizes your footage really easy. Supposedly, we're going to be testing that. The other cool part that I like is most of the buttons that you need to control the stabilizer with and the app are built into the handle of the stabilizers, which is really, really cool. Now, right off the box here, Zhiyun 3-axis phone stabilizer. The name is Smooth-4, so there used to be a Smooth 3, so this is an upgrade from the other version that they had. It has focus, pull, and zoom capability. It has a PhoneGo mode, which I'm going to be testing out, and it says it's born for mobile filmmakers, you know, people who want to be mobile, you know, to be able to move around really easy. Most people like filming. Now with these new phones, iPhones, the cameras on these phones are actually pretty good to film. Some of the accessories included, of course, there's the stabilizer, a tripod, a charging cable, and I think this is the case to carry it around. Now this is it's supposed to be pretty compact, and we're going to be checking it out. And of course you could film either horizontally or vertically. So why don't we just get into the unboxing, open this bad boy up. I couldn't wait to do this. I actually received a package a couple of days ago, but I wasn't able to do the review. So now let's just do a quick unboxing here. As always, I like opening up my packages on camera for you guys, so you guys can see my first reaction. So how do you open this? Oh, it has another little tab right here. So let's do this one here. Trusty little knife. And let's see what we got. And I heard other people that when they receive their boxes, the instructions were in Chinese, but this one is in English. So it is in English, it's not Chinese. It basically you know, gives you basic use of the item. It's in English, which is really cool. And here is for downloading the app. Now they do have a more comprehensive manual online, which you could scan this little QR code here. Let me see, maybe I'll put it on camera and you guys could scan it there. Let me see, there it is. So you can actually download a more comprehensive manual, which is actually good. You know, you got to save the environment and you know, save paper. So here's the box, and I actually like the box. Pretty cool. It's styrofoam. It's not a, you know. Okay, very cool. Check this out, guys. So here we have our power cable. So it's actually a USB-C cable, which is really, really cool because everything they're making now is USB-C. So USB-C cable. We got the tripod, which I love that they included this because you could set this up and record yourself, you know, with the follow mode. So, you know, there's a mode that you could lock yourself in. I think you could lock yourself in and you could be able to move around and record yourself. But I like the fact that it brings in basically a tripod, which you can use. It doesn't have to be just for this particular gimbal. You could use it with any camera. It's just a standard tripod mode. Very cool. And the gimbal, and wow, I like the material that is made. And it's not very heavy at all, which is really, really important, especially when you're carrying this stuff around in one hand and you try to move around. You know, sometimes these gimbals, because of the battery that they have inside, they tend to be heavy. So a couple of features right off the back, which I really like. It's made out of metal. This is metal. This is not plastic. Everything here is metal except for the handle. The handle is like a metal handle. You got all your buttons here right in the front, and we're going to be testing that out. And I would assume, oh wow, this is really, really smooth. I really like this button here. I'm assuming this is the zoom and the focus button. I assume that this has a little bit of juice on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and download the app from the company, and I'm going to sync this up. Now this communicates with your phone using Bluetooth. So you download the app and then you will sync the handle, or the gimbal, to your phone. So why don't we go ahead and do that? Okay, so I downloaded the app. It's right here. there it is, right there, the app. And when you open the app, it's going to send you through a, you know, a bunch of, you know, first time use app, and, you know, tells you about, you know, capture your life anywhere, scale with precision. So this is probably an app for all their gimbals, and you just yeah, so it's basically an app for all their gimbals. They give you a little ad of the other gimbal, the run button, and it will tell you connect your device. So the first device to show you is the gimbal, right? So we turn on the gimbal, and there is some juice on it, which is actually really cool. Now, I just made a fatal mistake. Not fatal, but a pretty bad mistake, which you shouldn't do. Is what you have to do is you have to put your phone in the gimbal first before you turn it on, because the gimbal is going to attempt to calibrate itself with the phone on it. So the first thing you do is do not turn it on like I just did. First thing you do is you put your phone on the gimbal. Another cool part about the gimbal I know is that you can actually charge your phone with the gimbal. The guys at seen you say that the gimbal has a 12 hours battery life, which is actually ridiculous. You know, most of these things have like maybe a 5 hours, 6 hours, but this one has a 12 battery life. So you can actually connect your phone to the gimbal using a USB device, USB cable, and it's somewhere over here. I saw it. Oh, there it is. There it is. See that? You connect your phone right in there to charge your phone with your gimbal, which is actually really cool. So why don't we go ahead and attach the phone to the gimbal. So if you were to charge your phone, you obviously have to put it this way because the charging port is on this side. So I'm gonna assume that I'm gonna be charging it in the future. Pull it, put it in, and it's gonna be a little bit of off balance. Very simple to calibrate. I don't know if I'm getting this on camera. Oh, yes, okay. So it's very simple to calibrate. So I'm gonna show you guys. There is this little lock piece here right inside that you would loosen up. You loosen up that little little knob there, and then what you would do is you want to have your gimbal. You probably should put it on the tripod as well, but for now I'm just going to leave it like this, and you will move it back and forth until your phone falls into kind of like, you know, right there it is. It's pretty stabilized. I just had to pull it out a little bit. That's pretty cool. Very easy. So you know what, I'm just going to attach this to the tripod just so I could have it, so I can move this a little better around. There it is. Oh, I really like this tripod. And maybe, oh, there it is. I could get a little bit more on camera. So, so there it is. It's pretty stabilized. I mean, that's pretty good. So the next thing you want to do is you want to turn on your gimbal. And when you try to turn on the gimbal now, because of the motor, it's going to try to calibrate the camera. So there it is. It calibrated. It's facing you guys now. Okay, so I actually changed phones just because I want to show you guys on screen what I see on the phone, and my iPhone 7 is too big to connect the wire to it and show you guys. So basically, you know, I connected a wire straight to the phone here. So let me just go step by steps here. So, you know, there it is. Capture your life, capture your moment, blah blah blah. And we're gonna go to settings, and we want to go to connect. There it is, connect device, confirm. And now I'm going to show you what I see when I see the camera, because I was trying to explain it to you guys, but I mean, I don't think that does it justice the other way around. But this way is better. So this is what I'm seeing in my phone through the gimbal. So this is the menu, and in the menu you have different settings. You know, you got the camera settings. You know, you could take panoramic shots, multi-exposure, long exposure, slow-mo, time-lapse, time-lapse, which I want to show you in a second how that works. You can also turn on the flash, of course, or the light, the camera light. You could turn it on. You could, you know, right there, you could just turn on the camera light. You guys can't really see it because of my light that is in front. You also have a timer. You also, of course, HDR. So you could turn that on and off. You actually have, obviously, color balance and resolution. Now, the resolution is kind of cool because this particular phone records at 4K at 30 frames per second. You know, there's other phones that record a higher resolution, which you could set that up as well. And obviously, you could do manually. If you're the type of person that want to do everything manually, you want to set your own settings, you can. Or you know how to do that, you can. You have different scenes as well. So you got walking or motion. And so if you want to, want to record somebody walking and you want a smooth scene, this way you would change it. Filters, settings. So you got a whole bunch of stuff here. Like, you got this beauty cam that makes you look, nicer, smoother, skin smoother. You got panel time. So these guys with this app went all out. You have everything you need in the app without having to touch a screen, because that's a real big problem. When you're trying to record something, you touch a screen, it's almost virtually impossible. Everything moves around. Well, with this, you could just control it within the settings in the actual gimbal, which is really cool. So let me just go back here and let me show you the #1 feature on this particular gimbal that most people ask about, and it's called the recording of time-lapse in motion, right? Time-lapse in motion. You know how you have that camera that starts at one point and it goes to another point all by its own? This particular gimbal does that on its own. So I'm gonna show you how that works. So let's go into the menu button here, and we go to the camera. And then we go to where it says Mo time-lapse, which is motion time-lapse. You click on it, and now what you will do is you will set your beginning point. This is where you want the camera to start at. So if you want to record, let's say like a bridge, the Golden Gate Bridge, from one end to the other, right? And 5 minutes, 4 minutes at 1,000 frames per second or whatever it is, this is where you would do it. So you will set your first photo here. So in the camera, you want to move a camera where you want it to start. So let's say I want to start the camera right here, pointing on my screen, right? Press there. And then you want the camera to start, the next waypoint is you want the camera to start, to finish, let me see, up there. I want it to finish right there, right? So once you set the waypoint, now they're locked in, and they're set. You could set basically automatic focus. You could set the time, tilt lock, pan lock. You can set all these things up. Whatever it is that you want to lock in, maybe you want it to just go on a straight line, or you want it to go from one end to the other. You will set all those things up. For now, I'm just gonna do the way I did it. And now you have the intervals. You want it to last half a second, 20 minutes. 10 minutes, 1 second. You can set all this up here. So here's the settings for the seconds, right? I want to take a picture every 100th of a second. Take a picture for, let's say, 10 seconds. And let's just hit start. And check this out. I'm gonna try to get this on camera. Hopefully I can get it on camera. Here we go. So it will go to the starting point, right? It will go to where I wanted to start with, and the camera slowly will move to the end point, wherever it was that I pointed at, and it will stop. Obviously, it's only a 10-second little video, and then you can take a look at it. And the way you would check your videos, just press down right here, and it will show you all the videos that you have recorded. In this case, there is my video, and we just select the video and press play, and it will show you the video. Now it's a little choppy on my computer because I'm actually recording this video and this video at the same time, so my hard drive might be overworking. So very cool. So another cool feature, before I forget, is the zoom in and out feature, which I was trying to show you before, but that didn't really work because you couldn't see it on the screen. So I'm going to use this button here to zoom in and zoom out. Now, unfortunately, oh, you know what? Let me just flip the camera. I'll flip the camera so I could do this facing me, and this is better. Yeah, and here we go. So let me zoom in on me. There I go. Right. Hey. So there it is. There's the zoom in, zoom out. Very cool. And now, if you press the little button that looks like a target, it switches to unfocusing. So you could actually use this button to focus on a person. So let me see if I could get this to focus now. So the focus ring only works in the front camera, and I mean, obviously it's not working here because my light is too damn bright. Let me just turn off the light. Let's just turn off the light. Okay, here we go. So check this out. See that? It goes out of focus, it goes into focus, and I can control the focus range and show you basically how it works. Check that out. So look at that. So that's all with that ring button on the left that you could do that. Very cool, very cool. In conclusion, I'm very happy with the gimbal. The only thing I wish it had, is a control with a joystick, so I could, basically here, maybe they could do it with a firmware update. Maybe here in the control panel, you can control the camera, to go left and right, because right now the only way that you could get the camera to go left and right is using your hand, unless I miss something. I'm pressing buttons over here and I can't find any particular button that will let me control the camera. Let's see, maybe I'm doing it wrong. No, I mean, I'm spinning the wheel. I'm spinning the wheel, and I'm trying to get the camera to go from left to right, but you have to do that manually, which is it's not a deal breaker, but I wish it had like some sort of a joystick for me to do that instead of so I have to, I used to use my hand to turn it. But I like these lock functions where if you lock it down, the camera will stay facing in that direction no matter what, which is actually really cool. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this small review. If you have one of these gimbals, let me know what you think. I mean, I think it works. I mean, it works the way it's supposed to work. I did very limited things on it. You guys that are more creative than I am, you probably have a lot more ideas on how to use this particular gimbal in your production, in your daily production. Maybe I want to do one of these fancy camera shots, the ones with the dollies that people do. I don't have room on my desk. I don't have room in this room. I'm waiting for my office upgrade, which is coming in a couple of weeks, and I'm still waiting for that. So for now, the Zhiyun Smooth-4 3-axis gimbal works for me, for the things I want to do, or the things I want to be doing with it. If you guys are interested in getting this particular gimbal, I'm going to leave the link in the description. If I have a coupon code, I'm going to leave that in the description as well. Let me know what you guys think. I like it. It works, So, guys, thanks for watching. You've been watching LGTV. I am Juan Granos. Find me on Instagram, Los Granos. Find me on Facebook, Los Granos. Find me on Twitter, Los Granos. Find me on YouTube, Los Granos. Guys, don't forget to leave a comment, share, and leave a thumbs up. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Peace.